Hey, Maddie, is now a good time? Hi, Jane. Sure. Thanks for inviting us to dinner tonight. Do you always cook those kinds of dishes? What do you mean, those kinds? Like, roasted vegetables and gluten-free food. There wasn't a single meat dish. Yeah. Lately we started going vegan and gluten-free. What? That's not good. Why not? My son Kevin works hard every day, If he keeps eating those plain dishes, he'll become too skinny. You should cook more meat dishes for him. I would like to do that, but his recent medical results showed signs of issues with his metabolism and sugar levels. We've been focusing on vegan, gluten-free diets. It's for his health, Are you saying my son is overweight? I don't think so. He has always been skinny ever since he was little. It seems like he gained quite a bit of weight since we got married. I know he loves to eat junk food while out, so I try to make sure that he eats healthy meals at home at least. I see. But he's still in his 30s. I don't think you have to restrict him from eating meat like this. Besides, he has always preferred meat over vegetables. I feel bad for my son. It's not like I'm restricting him from eating meat. There are some days when I cook meat dishes. But I still want my husband to stay healthy. Anyways, how many years has it been since you got married to my son? Well, it's been about 5 years, I think. See, it's been 5 years and you still haven't gotten pregnant. That's proof he needs to eat more meat. When I saw him the other day, he seemed quite tired for some reason. It's probably because you're stingy and only cook plain dishes, isn't it? I think it's because he worked late that day. Lately, he often comes home late at night because of work. I don't think so. I think it's because of what he eats. So, I had to stop by the house the other day and feed him. What? To boost my son's energy, I cooked his favorite steak for him. Steak? Yes. I bought finest meat just for him. He looked so happy and ate a lot that day. My husband is currently on a diet. See, here you go again. That's why, no matter how much time passes, you haven't gotten pregnant. Given how hard work already is, you should at least make something to boost stamina for Kevin. Isn't that what a wife is supposed to do? Yeah, as a wife I take care of my husband's health. I prepare nutritious meals considering his health. I know you are concerned about him too, but I know what's best for him. Oh, shut up. I just want to see my grandchild soon. What? All my neighbors are having grandchildren one after another. How long are you planning to make me wait? I don't know what to say about that. Because you keep making meager meals for my son. I'm feeling miserable. Instead of dieting, you should put your priority on making grandchildren for me. Maddie, have you gotten pregnant yet? No, I haven't gotten pregnant yet. Huh? Still not pregnant? Yes, I'm sorry. Why are you being lazy? Hurry up and start making babies. What? Why are you saying this out of nowhere? My neighbor's eldest sons have only been married for 3 years. And you know what? They're welcoming a second child. When I heard that, I felt so frustrated. And on top of that, everyone in the neighborhood only talks about their grandchildren. They show me pictures and videos of their grandchildren and brag about how cute they are. The only picture I can show them is my dog. I can't help but be jealous. I see. I see? Don't you feel bad about me? So, how's it going? Tell me. What do you mean, how is it going? I'm asking if you're actively trying to get pregnant. No, lately we are both busy, so it's not that easy. Besides, we have discussed that we don't need to rush into it. What nonsense are you talking about? You're already over 30, aren't you? So what? Nowadays many people have children around the age of 40. What? No. You'll be 40 in no time. As you get older, giving birth and raising children become more challenging. Giving birth is better when you're younger. I'm saying this for your own good. Well, I appreciate that. I understand that you want to see your grandchild soon. but we're both busy and this is a personal matter for us. I don't need excuses. Then why don't you quit your job and focus on trying to get pregnant? Can't you manage your life with just my son's income? No, that's not possible. Don't lie. Kevin works for a well-known company. He probably makes enough for 2 people. I'm sure he does, but he's been spending too much these days. So there isn't as much financial flexibility as you might think. What? Are you saying it's my son's fault? Lately, it seems he's out drinking every night. I'm concerned about his health, and I've asked him to cut back, but he doesn't listen to me at all. That's your fault, isn't it? Why is it my fault? A wife must create a comfortable environment for her husband to want to come home. Yet you're always nagging about dieting and complaining. I'm not complaining every day. Don't make excuses. Moreover, when he comes home, you only serve simple and plain meals every day. No wonder he doesn't want to come home. I've told you before that sometimes I cook his favorite meat dish. I don't think I'm nagging that much. But last month, he spent over $1,500 just on drinking. If I weren't working, we wouldn't be able to make ends meet. It's his money. He can spend it however he wants. What I'm trying to say is, if he spends that much every month, I can't quit my job and raise a child. Well, you're probably right. Instead of going out drinking all the time, he should come home early. I'll tell my son to go home as soon as possible. Maddie, you should also ease up on work and focus on trying to get pregnant. But it's our decision to have a baby. What? No, this is not just your issue. As my daughter-in-law, you need to bear a grandchild for us. And also, this is a good opportunity for you to get tested to see if you're infertile. Infertility test? If you're infertile, there's no point in being married to my son. What? I think we can continue being a couple even if we can't have a child. What are you saying? Are you trying to keep me from having grandchildren for the rest of my life? Anyway, just get tested, okay? Well, I'll think about it. Hey, Maddie. I heard you got tested. Why didn't you tell me about it? Huh? Who told you about the test? From my son, of course. I heard you're the reason why I still have no grandchild. What? Hold on. Are you saying I'm infertile? Yes. I can't believe you trying to hide it. You kept it from me because you didn't want to get divorced by my son, didn't you? Not really. Did he really tell you that I was infertile? My son told me everything. I see, but I didn't keep quiet because I didn't want a divorce. Oh, really? No wonder. I thought it was strange that you've been married for 5 years and haven't gotten pregnant. It turns out it's all your fault. Jane. He doesn't need a useless wife who can't bear children. I'm going to find a younger, more honest, childbearing wife for my son. You should divorce my son right away. About that. We're already divorced, you know. What? Already divorced? I just told him to divorce you because you're infertile. I'm telling you, we are already divorced. Wait, what do you mean by that? He said he'd talk to you about it, so I left it up to him, but the story about me being infertile was his lie. A lie? Wait, I don't get it. I didn't want to deal with you anymore, so I let him handle it. I feel sorry for you, and I'll tell you the truth at this point. There's no way that my son is lying. Well, you'll have to hear me out before you decide if I'm lying or not. First, about the divorce. I know my son dumped you. It's the opposite. Haha. I've been thinking about bringing up the divorce for a while now. What do you mean? He was having an affair. What? I always thought something was off. He works for a well-known company, so if he worked overtime, he should have received overtime pay. Even though he claimed to work overtime every day, his salary remained the same. He told me he has to go out for work-related socializing. But when I happened to talk to one of his colleagues, they told me that no work-related socializing has happened recently. So that means... He lied about working overtime or attending work-related socializing. He was meeting his affair partner. No way, not my son. I didn't want to believe it at first either, but I wanted to know the truth, so I hired a PI. And it was confirmed that he was having an affair. You hired a PI? Yes, actually, he was madly in love with a stripper. What? He goes to a strip club? At first, his boss forced him to go, but then he got hooked. Eventually, my husband started going alone. He started meeting that woman privately, and there were pictures of them holding hands and entering a motel. On top of that, to support her financially, he secretly loaned money. No way. He borrowed money just to impress her. What a fool! Well, for a fat old man like him, he could only use money to get a young woman. I can't believe it. My son having an affair with a stripper. Well, it was fine until he was just going to places like that. In his case, it's clear cheating, and we have to get a divorce. I was foolish to believe he was working late. And that's not the only thing he lied about. What? There's more? We haven't talked about the main issue, about the test. Despite being insistent about it, did you forget? Oh, yeah. So, we both underwent fertility testing. We both thought there shouldn't be any issues. I was hoping that once we had a baby, he might stop cheating on me. But the results were surprising. I was fine, but he was infertile. My son is infertile? Yes. No matter how many times we tried, we couldn't conceive because of him. That's a lie. How is it impossible that a man is infertile? Did you really think that infertility is only for women? Because it's the woman who gives birth to the child. Infertility can also be an issue with men. I have the test results if you'd like to see them. If you want to see it right now, I can send you a picture. Stop it. I don't need to see that. Can you believe it? He was blaming everything on me while he was the reason why we still have no child. Haha. He's been spending all the money on a stripper, and on top of that, he's infertile. What's so funny about it? Don't you find it funny? You were calling me a useless wife. But the truth was, it's your son who is useless. That's enough. Stop it. How could you disrespect your ex-husband like that? Besides, he's my son, so it's natural for me to believe what he says. Weren't you sad when you found out my son was infertile? Not really. I don't care. We've already divorced. Oh, my poor son. Even if he was infertile, there should be some treatments, right? If my son gets married to a young woman, it might work this time. I don't think so. The doctor said it's absolutely impossible. Oh no. So I won't be able to see my grandchildren for the rest of my life? Unfortunately, that's how it is. Then what about the successor to our family? My son is an only child. If my son can't have children, then there will be no heir to our family. Why don't you adopt a child? It doesn't make sense to have a child who isn't related to us. I guess so. You sound like you don't care about it. Yeah, because it's not my problem. The rest is for you to discuss with your son. By the way, I'm demanding a full alimony payment from him. Alimony? Of course. We divorced because he cheated on me. But my son is probably hurting now that he knows he's infertile. And on top of that, he's burdened with debt. Please don't do anything to push him into a corner like that. I'm sorry to hear about your son's infertility, but the debt is his own fault. Well, I don't think I'll ever see you again. Goodbye. Wait, Maddie. Please, I'm begging you, at least spare him the alimony. Maddie. I have a favor, please answer the phone. What? Jane? I don't think there is anything to discuss with you anymore. It's very important. I need to talk to you for a minute. About what? I'm busy right now, so please keep it short. I heard you got married again. Is that true? Yes, I did. I was wondering if we could adopt your child if you get pregnant. What? My neighbor just had her 3rd grandchild. I'm so jealous, it's driving me insane. So, what does this have to do with my child? I want you to let me hold a grandchild. I'm sure you're planning to get pregnant soon, right? In that case, I want to raise that child. Of course, I'll provide full support during your pregnancy. You can even stay at our place. You won't have to worry about living expenses, okay? Jane, do you even realize how insane you're sounding? I divorced your son 2 years ago. And my child isn't even related to you by blood. So it won't be your grandchild. At this point, blood relations don't matter. Anyway, I want to hold a baby and brag to the neighbors. That's enough. Can you please not involve me, a complete stranger, in your ridiculous show-off? Oh, come on, don't say that we are strangers. We used to be a family once. Well, how about this? Your son gets married to a single mother, that would be a quick solution, right? That way the child would be your grandchild. Well, my son has shut himself in his room and it's another problem that I'm facing. What? After the divorce, being demanded alimony, and ending up in debt. He got dumped by that stripper. Well, as I expected. He wanted to marry her, but she dumped him just like that. He was shocked, became reckless. He quit his job and is still unemployed. I see. I don't think he'll ever get married again. Right? That's why I have no one else to rely on but you, Maddie. If you get pregnant, promise you'll tell me first, okay? I'll raise the child with care. It's been my dream for so many years to hold a grandchild in my arms. I'm sorry, but it's physically impossible for me to fulfill your dream. What? Why? I'm currently not in the States. What? No way. My current husband has been assigned to work abroad, so we're living as a family overseas. As a family? Yes, I already have a child. So I'm sorry, but you'll have to give up. Oh no, my grandchild. It's not your grandchild. Are we done? I'm busy, so I don't have time to listen to this nonsense. Wait, please, Maddie. I apologize for everything I've said to you. Could you please let me meet your child at some point? I will wait until you come back here. Absolutely not. I won't ask for adoption anymore. At least let me hold the child in my arms. No. I don't want anything to do with you anymore, so I'm going to block you. Goodbye. A few days later, I received a message from Jane's husband. He apologized for his wife causing trouble and expressing his regrets. It seems he has been distressed for a while about his wife's inappropriate behavior. He also told me that he finally decided to get a divorce. Now that Jane has gone through a divorce and her ex-husband has moved out, she finds herself in daily arguments with her son while grappling with her deep attachment to grandchildren. On the other hand, I am living overseas with my husband and our 1-year-old son. My first marriage was a disaster. But now I am surrounded by my loving family and couldn't be happier.
Hey, Fern. I'm wondering if you could hurry it up and get that divorce, please. I only have a little while left before I need to have things start happening, so let's go! Excuse me? Who am I speaking to right now? It's me, Jewel. I happen to be the cute little girlfriend of your CEO husband. Do you have any clue that what you just said to me is very contradicting? And what about what I said was contradicting to you? Well, you just confessed to saying that you are going out with a married man right now, and you did so to his wife. You understand that's a big no-no to be going out with another woman's husband, don't you? Well, I'm sure in your average case, that's true, but he and I are totally in love with one another, so this is a bit different. Not cheating in any way, right? So please don't compare me to those other nasty people that love to go out with married people. Well, I'm sorry, but you are the exact same as those other nasty people. No matter what you try and think of yourself, you're going out with my husband, which means that you are in an affair with him. Huh? Also, the fact that you started texting me just to tell me right away that you want me to divorce him so that he can be all yours only furthers my thoughts that you might have something seriously wrong with your head. Huh? Well, if you're going to start getting upset over your own actions like that now, then go right ahead. But I'm not going to waste my time talking with you anymore. I have better things to do with myself, and that also means I've got better things to do with my husband as well. Oh, so you are planning on leaving him then? I've been aware of my husband cheating on me for some time now. And I was just getting around to wanting to find out who he might be with. Well, aren't you happy to see that he's not going out with some scary old witch behind your back? How old are you, Jewel? Me? I'm 25 years old. Oh, so you're the same age as me then. What? I happen to be 25 years old myself. There happens to be a 13-year gap between myself and my husband, and that's probably why most people think of me as a lot older than I really am. I'm sure that was the case for you too, right? Huh? You're the same age as me? Can you tell me when your birthday is? In June? I happen to have mine in September. So that means you happen to be the one just a bit older than me, right? You're lying, right? Well, it's not like that should really matter to either one of us, now should it? When it comes to you being the one that my husband's cheated on me with, age is not that important. Well, for the time being, I'm going to work on getting all the evidence of this little affair with my husband in order. And if need be, I'm going to get myself a lawyer. A lawyer? You shouldn't be surprised by any of this. I feel much better having a professional by my side as I go through the steps of divorce, especially when it has to do with my husband cheating on me. Ah, I see. Now, I'll give you a call or text when all of my things are in order on this end. I didn't expect for things to go this far with you, or for you to make such a big deal out of it, but as long as you're still thinking about getting that divorce, then I'm all right with it. I would like you to remember that I might be coming to you for more information later on, so please do not forget anything. Also, if you happen to try and do anything to mess with my evidence gathering or try to lie to me now about all of this, that is not going to end well for you, so please leave me alone. As long as you're going to get that divorce, I'll let you do whatever you need to. Hey, are you still not divorced from him yet? You said that you were going to be searching for more evidence and all, but if it's going to take you this long, then I'll just give it to you. Can you please just hurry it up and get that divorce? Look, in 2 months, your husband is supposed to be holding his 10-year anniversary party for his company, right? When the time comes, I would like to be his new wife and have him show me around to all of his business partners. As for yourself, every day longer you spend with him wanting that divorce means that you will only feel worse and worse about yourself when the time really does come to leave him. I would really not like you going to that party instead of me, all right? If things came to that, then I might have to show up and embarrass you. So please, hurry up and leave him. I think I've figured it all out now. I know what the reason is for you not getting a divorce yet. You really want to stay in that spot as the CEO's wife, don't you? You're afraid that when I steal that life of being with your money-making CEO husband who happens to have everything you could ever ask for, you'll have no luck with another man as rich as him and will have to lay down and cry for the rest of your life, right? You would also have to give up your place in that really expensive penthouse where you're able to look down on everyone like ants and call them all trash. That's why you keep holding out on this divorce, right? But you're going to have to leave him. So you'd better make it now rather than later, all right? Please and thank you. Jeez, oh please. I understand that getting this divorce is going to be very difficult for you. But the longer you wait to do it, the worse the pain will feel, right? Also, the longer you make this take, the more and more money I'm going to be asking from you in the settlement, all right? Well, I guess if you really want to be paying more, then be my guest. How about this? How about I choose the day you have to be divorced from your husband by? By the end of this month. In other words, in another 10 days. That happens to be the day that I need to get out of the apartment I'm currently living in and want to move into that penthouse with your man. I'll be there in the morning of that day, and that will begin the life of me living with Jacob. So hurry this up. Divorce Jacob and get out of there. Hey, Fern. Jacob is telling me that you're the one whose name is on that penthouse. There is no way something like that is normal, right? I cannot believe what I'm hearing from him. I have no reason to. There's no way a housewife like you could have the money to pay for the monthly rent on a place as luxurious as that. Are you not embarrassed by making your husband lie about something like that? I'm sure some people think that they will get the place once the divorce happens as a part of the couple's properties being split, but that hasn't happened yet. And also, I want to live in that penthouse. I am not going to let you have the place. No way. You hurry up and leave, Jacob, and then get the heck out of there. Jacob just sent me a text letting me know something amazing. He said that this afternoon he's going to be bringing your guys' divorce papers to the courthouse and will be getting that divorce. You really have been a thorn in my side this whole time. But looky here. I get to leave my apartment today and move into that penthouse with him. So I need to get to work myself preparing all my things for the big move, so see you never. Huh? Why the hell did you just kick Jacob out of that penthouse? I just got here from my old apartment with all my things ready to move into that place, and now I'm stuck out here? My, oh my. You're finally responding to me again, huh? The other day, you and Jacob had a little chat, right? The penthouse that he and I had been living in for a while now is under my name. And I told you I know that that's a lie, so I have no reason to believe you. How the hell could a housewife like you ever be able to afford a place like that in this part of town? But here's the thing. I'm not a housewife at all. What? I'm not going to go into much detail, but when my father gave me his company, that allowed me to start working from my home. Also, this penthouse was given to me after my father had passed away, as it used to be his. So I have every right to the place and will not be losing it in the divorce. Huh? So in other words, even if you think I couldn't afford this place, it wouldn't matter, as this place was given to me by my late father. Well, I'll have you give that place to me one way or another. There has to be a way to get it from you in the divorce. I already told you that this was the last day of my lease on the old apartment, right? So I am not letting you steal our home from us. Well, listen, Jewel. What did I just say to you? Huh? I said that I received this penthouse from my father when he passed away. And that was before I married Jacob even, so there's no way you're going to be able to get it from me in the divorce. So that means once this divorce is done with, my name will still be on the place. Are you kidding me? Nope. And that's why I've kicked Jacob out of here. No way. Also, the fact that the last day of your lease on that apartment has nothing to do with me. It's not my fault that you made the mistake of thinking this place was Jacob's and went ahead and ended your lease on that place. That's right! Hey, what about the settlement? What are you talking about? You know exactly what I'm talking about. You and Jacob got a divorce, so you pay me that settlement. Are you okay? I just said, when you get a divorce, you have to pay Jacob and I a settlement. I've heard that it's normal for someone like you to have to pay us $30,000, so that's what I'd like from you right now. And when it comes to the properties being split in this divorce, I'd like you to give us $500,000. Now hurry it up. I'm sorry, but huh? If you are able to give me all that right now, then we don't need a stupid penthouse. We can get ourselves a lovely home to start our new life together in. So hurry it up and give me that money so that I can buy a place for us. I was planning on having my lawyer come and talk with you guys. Ah, is that right? Well then, I'll go and ask that lawyer to hand me the paperwork for the settlement and properties that you owe both of us. Or, better yet, you should get those from him. I think you are totally confused. The ones that are going to have to pay off a settlement will be both you and Jacob. Huh? And when it comes to splitting our properties, that's not happening here. Huh? What do you mean by that? I'm the one that wants to ask you what you were going on about just then. How the hell did you think that you were going to get a settlement from me? How? It should always be the woman getting the settlement, right? Pfft. That's why I'm saying I have the right to some money from you in the form of a settlement. You didn't even know about that? Well, if that's what you're going to base your claim off of, I also happen to be a woman, so where's my settlement from you at? What? Let me explain what's happening this time. I am going to be getting a settlement from the two offenders that had an affair. One settlement will be from my husband who cheated on me, and the other settlement will be from his girlfriend, you. And the person's sex has no connection to any of this. Are you serious? Then at least hand me that $500,000 that you're supposed to be giving us. Hurry up, please. Are you perhaps talking about the amount of money I received from my father in his will after he had passed away? I am. I heard all about that money from Jacob. So you're not going to get away with lying to me about how you don't have that kind of money or anything. Well, Jewel, when it comes to anything that was given to me in my father's will, it will not become a part of any property splitting after a divorce. It's the same deal as my penthouse. I got it before I even started dating Jacob, so it's none of his to have. What? I'm sure that to the average person, or someone who just has never experienced a divorce before, some of this stuff would be hard to understand. But in your case, well, you're just a complete idiot about all of this. You happen to be the same age as me, but it's like I'm talking with a first grader or something here. How have you been able to live on your own for this long? Normally, I would just give up and block you over something like this, but you've shown to me that there really might be something medically wrong with you. I'm a little worried about what's happened to your head. Huh? Wait a second! So, all of that means I'm not going to be getting a settlement or $500,000 from you? And instead, I'm going to have to pay you a settlement? That's what I've been saying here. No freaking way! Also, there is one other thing to add. I know that right now you're in shock after learning some of the most basic stuff, but I'd like you to prepare yourself. For what? That company that Jacob was the CEO of, it went bankrupt. Bankrupt? Well, his company was never that big and only had about 5 people working there. And after a few years, it was always underperforming in terms of profit. Recently, however, I think he started to date you and everything, and that led to him never going into work to try and help the company recover any. Instead, he just left his employees to try and figure things out while he was out with you somewhere. And, well, soon after that, the others started to get fed up with him not caring anymore, and all of them quit at the exact same time. Apparently, they all went and started their own company and took all the customers that Jacob had with them. And because of all that, Jacob's company went under for good. What? Lies! Jewel, you still happen to be working, right? When it comes to Jacob, he's going to have to pay me the settlement in one lump payment, and that will probably clear out all his savings. Then there's also the cost of his company going bankrupt, which has put him into loads of debt. So I'm thinking that for a little while, the two of you are going to have to rely on your income to live. What the heck are you talking about? I never heard about any of this from him. But you both happen to love one another very much, right? So even without any money, you both will be all right. Oh, wait. I already left the job I had, though. Oh? I thought that I'd be going to live in that penthouse with a CEO and would never have to work in my life again. I see. And, well, now you're asking me to pay you a settlement as well. How? How am I going to be able to live when things like this are happening to me? Well, why not start by looking for a new job and making an income again? What? That's about all I have left to say to you, Jewel. In a little bit here, I believe a lawyer will be arriving to talk with you, so I'll let them take it from here. Goodbye now. No way! Wait, Fern! No! What is going on here? Right after that, my lawyer had arrived to talk with both of those delinquents. Jewel began to freak out about the fact that she had ended the lease on her old apartment that day and would have nowhere to go. But the lawyer was able to see that after she had left her previous job, she had quite a bit of money in her accounts. And it was just enough to pay me the settlement I'd ask her for. And so I was able to get all that money in one large payment. In Jacob's case, he was able to pay me in one lump sum as well, using all the savings he had. But this would come at a major cost to him, as he was planning to use that money to pay for his failed business. I guess now he'll really be stuck having to take out even more loans in order to pay the other banks. And this might become one huge cycle of him getting a loan after loan to pay off other loans, unless he gets himself a real job again and brings in something. After that had all been taken care of and my lawyer was walking away from those two, they said that Jewel and Jacob started talking about splitting. They eventually did break up and are both back living with their parents right now. And while staying at their parents' houses, they both have been put to work making back all the money they will need to pay off debts and get out of the house. Just the other day, I had crossed paths with Jewel out on the town, and compared to the last time I saw her, she no longer looked like she was the same age as me. I'm thinking that the stress of all this has really gotten to her, and that she started to age at 3 times the rate I am. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.